What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. We live and direct. I'm finally back, man. Finally back. Back like I never left, man. Just finished watching The Shy. We're gonna do an episode review of The Shy. But I got a lot to talk to y'all about in general. Because as y'all know, I've been gone. I ain't made no content in 13 days. That's a lot of days for me to be missing as it pertains to making content, right? A lot has happened in the world, sports world, media world, all of the above. And I've been MIA, so I gotta explain that absence. I'm gonna make a regular video explaining what happened and why I haven't been around to make content or whatever. I told y'all earlier I got a strike on my channel a week ago. And I'm gonna tell y'all what that was about. I'm gonna do a regular video telling y'all what it was about too, but you know, we're gonna get to all of that. I'm just trying to see if y'all up with me right now. Rap God, what's going on with you, man? What's the word? What's the word, man? But I'm gonna wait till y'all come on in here and we're gonna talk about, even if you don't watch The Shy, I'm gonna explain what happened to my channel. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to rock with me. I got a whole nother channel just for certain instances like what just happened. But y'all talk to me in the chat, say what's up to me. We can have a conversation, a fun conversation, all of the above. Um, I'm up, like I said, because I just finished watching The Shy, season 7, episode 8. Um, but yeah, I really want to do a check-in with y'all too. Welcome back, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. They tried to take me out the game, man. Tried to get me up out of here. But y'all know they can only do so much to me. I ain't I'm here to stay by any means necessary. So, I'm gonna see if I can get an audience. It's a weird time of night. I know people kicking it for the fourth and all that too. So I might not even get a lot of people on. Usually I get more than this though. I think me being gone for a while has caused people to trend away from the channel for a little bit, but we're gonna get it back going. Ah, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? We got 7 people in here. No, man, my channel got a strike, bro. I got hit with a strike. And I'm gonna tell y'all what the strike came from. I'm gonna just trying to see if I can get a few more people in here. And I don't know if you know this, bro. I didn't know this. When you get a strike, you can't post anything. Um, I couldn't even tell y'all my channel got hit with a strike, right? I couldn't make a post, I couldn't live stream, I couldn't make any videos for a week. I couldn't make any videos for a week. So I was in purgatory for oh my God. And it's so funny because I had right before the strike hit, I hadn't made videos for about 4 days, right? I was hanging with the kids, hanging out with the fam and all of that, right? And so like after those 4 days passed where I didn't make anything, I went on I made a post in my channel and I said, hey, I've been gone for a few days, but I got a lot of content coming y'all way this week. And I promise y'all, about 5 hours after I said that, my channel got hit with a strike. Like 5 hours after I said I got a lot of content coming this way, I got hit with a strike. Now, all that let me know, because it was an old video that I got hit with a strike from, right? That let me know somebody reported my video. Somebody reported my video. Now I wish I knew who this person was so I could just block them from my channel in general. You feel me? But somebody blocked my video, a video I made months ago. Months ago. Um, but yeah, man, I was so mad because it caused me to miss an entire week of uh of content. And so the video, what's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Say welcome back, Michael. I appreciate it. So the YouTube algorithm is ruthless and cutthroat. Yeah. So so you can explain again how from an old video. So all right, when your channel get hit with a strike, they tell you what video the strike came from. Okay. And SL, the strike came from a video I made about Tony Atlas. If y'all watch wrestling, y'all know Tony Atlas. Tony Atlas was former tag team champion with The Rock's father, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He was one half of the Soul Patrol tag team, which was the first tag team, the first black tag team champions in the WWF, right? So for those who don't know, Tony Atlas is supreme buck dancer, supreme one, right? And so Tony talks about reverse racism. He downplays racism that black people experience a lot. Um, man, he plays into a lot of the stereotypes of the strong black male, buck male, And so it was a video of Tony. Tony was getting hit all upside his head and his face stomped on, and he was enjoying it, smiling and grinning from this white woman. And basically in that video, I remember I gave commentary on the video of him getting slapped and getting his face stomped on by this woman. And I was calling Tony Atlas all different type of names. Y'all know the usual names I call brothers who be bootlicking, right? And so somebody reported that video. Um, me calling Tony Atlas different type of names. Somebody reported the video. And so when a video got reported, uh, they hit me with the strike. I guess YouTube was like, oh, this is a type of bullying. It's a certain type of, but when you calling him this type of name, this is bullying, so on and so forth. So they told me what video that I got flagged for. They took the video down and then told me I was prohibited for posting for a week straight. I couldn't do anything on the channel. Also, I found out if you receive 3 strikes within a period of 90 days, your channel could be removed altogether. You get 3 strikes within a period of 90 days, your channel will be removed all in general. So what that means is that I have to be very careful, even about how I criticize certain people, even when they deserve to be criticized, even when they deserve to have their feet held to the fire. There's certain words I have to be careful about using, especially in this 90-day time frame. But in the same breath, I made another channel just in case I ever get hit with these like strikes and stuff like that. Y'all could it's another channel for y'all to go to. I just need everybody to subscribe to that channel because I that channel is just not gonna just be it's a backup, but I'm also gonna be posting other type of content on there too. I need several channels anyway in general, but this just let me know how much I need several channels. I appreciate the rap guy because of things like this that can happen. Um, SL, it go on my post. I made a post giving y'all a link to the channel. In my post section, I made a post giving y'all a link to the channel so you can subscribe up there. You know what I mean? So go to my it's called Mills Side Missions. Mills Side Missions, MILZ Side Missions. But you can go to and then you can hit subscribe from there. I don't even like the video. The first video I posted, and I don't even like that video because you can hear my air conditioner all in the background. I don't even like that video. I probably might scratch that one and just do something else. But I'm gonna keep making content over there too. This still gonna remain my main channel. It's gonna be the main channel, but I'm gonna be making content on that channel too. And if in any situation where my video gets a strike, that or something, if I get a strike on this channel, any other instance where that happens, I can always have that other channel to be able to talk to y'all and still create my content. Sharon B say you have to be careful Snitching is real on YouTube, but creators have said the algorithm will stop putting your channel out in people's feed if you become inconsistent. Nah, for sure. It will. It will. And that's the key. So like, um, that's why I know it hurt me not being around for 13 days. It really hurt my channel because I had a certain momentum that I was having going when I was posting consistently every day, every other day, so on and so forth. And when I got hit with that strike, it took me out the game, and I was heated because I'm like, bro, come on. And I couldn't even tell y'all what was happening because of the fact that my channel, I couldn't post anything. I could put a comment in the comment section, but y'all wasn't gonna see them comments. You know what I mean? So yeah, it kind of it made me pissed. Um, I now second channel every year for a while until people know facts. Facts. Yup. Um, Yeah, I gotta announce a second for sure. Like I said, the second channel was Mills Side Missions. So it's in the post section of the YouTube on my this YouTube page. So y'all can subscribe to there. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get back to making my I have a Patreon already, Rap God. It's in the post section. I just have to post. I don't have enough patrons on there for me to like I only got like 3 patrons on the Patreon or whatever, but I still gotta make content so that y'all can have something because the more controversial stuff, like Indigo Child say, more controversial stuff I have to put on Patreon because people are trying to get me up out of here. You feel me? And I thought I was being careful, initially, but I guess not because I still got hit with a strike. With certain words I stayed away from using, but I would kind of use code words for those words. And somehow, some way, I still got hit with a strike. So yeah, very little human review for the strikes. Got you. They use an auto system called content ID. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't even know that. SL is giving me game. It's never been a fair system because it's automated and anybody can file baseless claims. I work in the industry. There's very little human review for the strikes. Got you. See, and in that instance, I do need to post more on Patreon because I got 1 or 2 videos on my Patreon, and I knew I couldn't tell those videos on YouTube at all. I could not, and I knew that's why I set up the Patreon because uh I knew it was gonna get me knocked out the I'm like, yeah, that'll get me gone. Some like the one video I made in particular on Patreon, I knew I couldn't post on YouTube. You know what I mean? So it was funny, but I knew I couldn't post it on there. On here. Uh Rap God said you also can't say racial slurs. But it's so funny though, Rap God, because you can say the N-word all day on here. You can say the N-word all day on here. And you be cool. It's very weird how it works. It's very weird. But yeah, man, I feel like Tony Atlas, one of his cousins or his nieces and nephews saw my video, or maybe his wife or something, and was like, "Oh no, we can't have this." And so yeah, he said, yeah, content creators have horror stories of never reaching a real person. What I don't understand is conservatives can say anything, but liberals get you. That is fact. That is a fact. But Sharon, previously I used to make videos and I used to always say that YouTube rewards conservative voices. YouTube rewards conservative voices. So if you say anything anti-black, you say anything dealing with like talking derogatory about black folks, your videos will stay up. Your videos will get put into the algorithm more. You will get 300,000 views on your video if you anti-black. You know what I mean? But the moment you got any type of liberal stance or something like that, oh, your video is not going to be put in the algorithm like that. Or, you get hit with some type of like strike or something. You get erased. SL said it's crazy how this is flagged, but there's a huge increase in racist content on YouTube and Facebook the past 6 months, and nothing but crickets. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. When I seen that happen to me, I had just got off work. I had just got in the house. I'm about to lay in the bed. I'm about to like I'm looking on my page so I can like I was looking on YouTube Studio, right? And I was trying to look at like, stats and stuff for the channel. And as soon as I got on Studio, I seen a message from them saying I got hit with a strike. And it told me what video it came from, me talking about when I was talking about Tony Atlas. And I'm like, bro, that's how I knew somebody reported me, because the video was from months ago. This ain't nothing I just made where it just got put. I knew somebody went and saw that video somewhere and reported the video. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it messed me up, man. Especially because I couldn't tell y'all. And I didn't like, so I thought to myself, maybe I should post, I made the other channel. Maybe I should post my content on this channel. But at the same time, I didn't want to make that content and then it didn't really do nothing, because don't nobody know where my channel is. You know what I mean? Don't nobody know where I'm at, and no, I wouldn't get no views on the video. And I just put a whole bunch of editing into some content that nobody really consumed. And I guess that would be cool if I was just starting out on YouTube. But as y'all know, I done been on YouTube for years now. So it was like I didn't even want to have to go through that, you know. Uh, Mark Anthony said alt-right channels do appear to get boosted more on YouTube. As a fact. Like I've noticed that a while ago. Alt-right channels they get boosted more on YouTube. So when you think about YouTube, it's changing, but it was mostly for white men. It's not for the sports. Black folks don't really watch. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson, what's up, man? See, now y'all coming in too. And I think um like normally I didn't got on y'all at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't at least had about 30 people on, 35. Now I got about 8 of y'all on here, and 10 of y'all. I appreciate it too, but now I know my channel has kind of lost some momentum because of my absence. But like I said, we gonna get around it. We gonna work around it. I'm gonna post more on the Patreon. Patreon is $3 a month, and I'm only gonna tell like I'm gonna do like controversial stuff I can't talk about on YouTube. I'll talk about it on there. So if y'all want to excuse me, if y'all want me to talk about certain stuff that like is controversial, I can talk about it on the Patreon. That's $3 a month. I can do other certain content y'all want me to do on Patreon. I already got like 1 or 2 videos on my Patreon that I knew I could not talk about on YouTube. But we're gonna post more on there. Cause I'm gonna we're gonna have to get around this. You feel me? Like I love making content. I love talking to y'all. We're gonna figure out a way to work around all this. Black Storm say, glad to see you back, Mac. Just joined. What's going on? Where you been? Be my conscious and light, man. So Pete, Black Storm, what's going down? So this is what happened to me, Black Storm. I've shared it with a few people already that just, some of y'all just popping in. So my channel got hit with a strike. So first, I didn't make any content for about 4 days at first because I was spending time with the kids and all of that with fam. And then I was like, man, I had made a video. I made a post on my YouTube channel. I said, y'all, I've been gone for a few days. I've been hanging with the family, with the kids. I'm about to start making a lot of content this week. About 6 hours after I made that post, I got hit with a strike on my channel. And the strike came from a video that I made about Tony Atlas. For those of you all who don't know, Tony Atlas is one half of the first black tag team in WWF wrestling, right? Tony Atlas was tag team champion with The Rock's father, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? They were the first black tag team champions in WWF. And so Tony is a brother that's a bootlicker, for lack of better words. Tony would throw black folks under the bus left and right. Uh, he will excuse racism. He will make excuses for anti-black racism all the time. He will play the role. He will play into a lot of racial stereotypes and tropes of black men. And so I called Tony Atlas out in a video that I made about it. And I called Tony some names in the video, right? Because it was a video of Tony getting his face stomped on and and hit, and his face was getting stomped on. He was getting kicked and stomped on by some white woman he dates or whatever it may be, I'm assuming. And then I had said some words about Tony. I called him certain names or whatever. And so I guess, nah, not I guess, somebody reported the video after that happened. Somebody reported the video. And so YouTube looked at the video and determined that what I said was considered bullying. When I was saying certain things about Tony Atlas, they said it's considered bullying. And so they took the video down and then put a strike on my channel. When you get hit with a strike, I didn't even notice. You can't post anything for a week. I couldn't even tell y'all the channel got hit with a strike. I couldn't make no videos. I couldn't go live. Um, I couldn't post no I couldn't do post pictures, nothing. And so I was just left just out here. You know what I'm saying? So to combat that, I made a second channel, which you can find in the post section of the YouTube of this YouTube channel. You feel me? But yeah, man, try to get me up out of here. But we gonna get back. We gonna get back. Uh SL said because most of the tech CEOs fall more within conservative views or get better subsidies under conservative leadership. God, that's true. Think of how many of them were standing with Trump at his inauguration. That will kind of give you an idea of how it works. It's very true, SL, for real. You're right. Dwayne Johnson say social media has been rampant and silencing black content creators. Tony Ellis is a goofball. YouTube black creators are growing, so we know YouTube about to make adjustments. Yep. To the algorithm. That is a fact. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel too, Black Storm. Listen, that channel not gonna just be there for nothing either. I'm gonna start doing more interviews. Man, it's so funny. My auntie now, my auntie hit me like, man, you got to interview me for the channel. My dad's sister. I'm gonna do my dad, my cousin. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do vlogs, do little vlogs around the city, other little things too. It's gonna be other content. I'm gonna make also other videos and stuff on there as well. So that channel is not just gonna be there just to be there. Content is gonna get posted on that page consistently as well. It's just I want to have that channel just in case I ever get hit with a strike or something again. I have another channel where I can talk to y'all from. And I needed two channels anyway. I needed more than one channel. You need more than one channel out here a lot of times just to be able to communicate, for different things, right? You need different channels for different things sometimes. Sharon B says, crazy when you know the things that were said about Braun, Obama, and any other black voices. Facts. Facts. Yeah, I know it. It's super late. It's super late, Sharon B. I appreciate you hopping on. I wouldn't. So I didn't have to work tonight. Usually I work nights. So man, when I found out I ain't have to work tonight, I would sleep all day long for the most part. I was knocked out because I just been super tired. Working at night shift be having your body all trying to catch up on sleep. You be missing sleep. So I really been asleep all day. I was supposed to get on live at least by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Um, that didn't work. I was too tired. Like, you know what I mean? So I should have got on much earlier. Jabari Mitchell said the fact they flagged the video says a lot about society. Yeah, we know how this game work, unfortunately. So when I got hit, I was like, oh my God. But I know how it works. I know how the game go a lot of times, man. So I have to just be very careful about how I talk about certain things sometimes. And if I really want to go in, I'm gonna have to probably take certain things to Patreon because I just know how stuff can get out here. And I was heated because I was on a good trajectory. It made me miss out on a few dollars for the month. It made me miss out on a lot of fun. Listen, I'm gonna talk about a lot of the topics that I missed, regardless. I'm still gonna talk about them. So we're gonna talk about Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant. We're gonna talk about LeBron James and the Lakers situation. We're gonna talk about The boy finesse 2 times talking about he wasn't brushing his teeth like that before he got his teeth done because he was a street dude. You think it was a viewer or was it someone from WWF that struck you down? Ah, you right. I don't know, Black Storm. I never thought about it being somebody from WWF. It could have been somebody from WWE doing that. You right. You right. I never thought about it from that angle. You know, at first I thought it was somebody related to Tony Atlas. I'm like, maybe that's Tony Atlas' cousins or his niece or nephew or something. You feel me? Yeah, see, Vanessa had them horse teeth, talking about he wasn't brushing his teeth like that before he got his teeth done. Because he was a street dude. I'm like, hey, that's not no excuse for you to not to be brushing your teeth. But his breath was kicking like David Beckham. His breath was kicking like Mbappe. Like for real. Because first of all, I know a lot of street dudes that don't be brushing their teeth. Seriously. And I growing up in the hood, you saw it on the regular. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I never thought about it. It could have been somebody from WWE. They could have reported my video, or it could have been a person that's related to Tony Atlas and one of Tony Atlas' people. Like, he can't be talking about you like this, Tony. He has no right. I'm like, man, and I really didn't care that the video was taken down because, like, it was from months ago, and I already said what I had to say about Tony. So I was just like, whatever, But yeah, I was like, wow, this the video that I get hit on. This one, this the video I get hit on. I hate when you see that yellow reflector. Oh my God, terrible. Did you see how disrespectful that Saudi crowd was towards Jade Cargill? I did not. I did not. What happened, Dwayne? I ain't see what was happening with Jade, man. Enlighten me. I ain't know what happened with Jade, man. That's crazy. Oh yeah, man. Brothers got to brush their teeth now. That's why they can't get no kiss from no woman. Bruh just stinking, bad oral hygiene, ain't gargling, ain't brushing their tongue when they brush their teeth. Brother, just do this and then be done. Hey, brother, you gotta get in there and brush your mouth, dog. If you made a video, Jabari said, if you made a video talking down about black folks, they'd be singing your praises. Hey, I promise you, if I was on this YouTube, like a lot of them other dudes I talked about on a regular basis, oh man, if I was on here doing stuff that they be doing, boy, my channel be through the roof. Socially conscious, your thoughts on the Malik Beasley situation. So from what I understand, Malik Beasley was out here point shaving, right? He was out here um engaging in the sports betting thing, right? Um uh yeah, you would have thought I was engaging in, I mean, not you'd have thought, but from I understand he was engaging in sports betting and he was point shaving in the process. But then I came to find out from Bomani Jones' channel, like Malik got all type of debt out here, all type of debt. Like I'm talking about, he got like a 30-something thousand-dollar dental bill, a $28,000 haircut bill. He got all type of bills, and he even made about $60 million in the NBA. So I don't know what he been doing with his bread. I don't know if he been tricking off on, or whatever, but he been point shaving. And honestly, y'all, I'm not surprised that athletes be doing this. Like when you got all these different betting sites connected to the NBA and they encouraging betting so much, and betting is so wrapped into professional sports now. It's like it's promoted all throughout professional sports. You're gonna have these athletes trying to get a piece of the pie, especially the ones that aren't like the main guys. Guys the guys who not making as much as the Kevin Durant's, LeBrons, and Steph Curry's, and Giannis, and Jokic, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, are they going what? Them little role players, are they coming for that paper? A lot of them gonna be engaging in sports and point shaving, unfortunately. That last play when he mishandled the Rock got me thinking when they came out. See, I ain't see when he mishandled the ball. I gotta see that play, man. I gotta see that play. But yeah, man, like these dudes that don't get paid the big time money, even though the role players get paid handsomely, much more than they used to. But it's still guys who aren't getting paid them big time dollars, are they gonna if they can find a way to do it in a sneaky way, they gonna try to do it. You feel me? So I mean, we saw it happening with Shohei Ohtani in Major League Baseball, and Shohei just blamed it on the interpreter. But I don't know, Shohei, you was out here getting some of that paper too. You was getting some of that paper too, man. Um, SL say you already know how I feel about the Diddy verdict, so you know we got to get. Are we gonna get into that? I got to look more into like I guess like what does it mean? Because he only got hit with like the prostitution charges, right? Not the what do you call it? The what's the RICO? The what's the word I'm looking for? What is that word? Racketeering. Juice, what's happening, man? Man, you ain't seen me in a minute for real for a reason, bro. And that's because my channel got hit with a strike, man. I got hit with a strike, so I couldn't even post nothing for a week. Boondocks trial of R. Kelly strikes again. Brothers outside with baby oil. Like, what is going on? What is going on, bro? Yes, it really the Boondocks predicted. Yes, brother, acting a fool outside. So Jabari Mitchell asked me, I heard about the mass shooting from last night. Yes. So you know I was at work when this happened. Unfortunately, one of my coworkers, somebody that I work with, her both of her cousins got shot at the event last night. Now, I don't know the young lady that I work with, you know what I'm saying? But two of her cousins got shot at that event last night. For those who don't know, a young rapper named Mellow Bucks, she had like an album release party uh in Chicago. And so I think they was downtown. But in Chicago is like a disclosed location. It was a disclosed location. But y'all know when at disclosed locations, people be sharing where they going and where they at with it and all of that. And somebody did a drive-by shooting while people were standing outside of the album release party or whatever. Right? Now let me say this. See, yeah, that's crazy. Four, yeah, man. 19 shot. What he said, what we doing, Chicago? And see, but this the thing though. Unfortunately, it's disgusting. It's terrible because people lost their life while trying to have a good time, trying to celebrate, trying to enjoy themselves, all of the above. And I'm not blaming the girl for this situation, but she from a wild hood. That girl she from No Limit, right? No Limit got a lot of enemies throughout the city, a nice amount of enemies. And unfortunately, I honestly think some people that came through there was trying to get some other folks that might have been at the album release party standing outside. And innocent people got hit in the process because some people wanted to get at, some other guys from that hood. So, it's just a lot of senseless violence, a lot of ignorant stuff that be going on in the city. You feel me? But yeah, Juice. So they strike me on the video I made about Tony Atlas. You know Tony Atlas. Tony Atlas be eating them butter biscuits. And so when I was talking about, I was getting down on Tony Atlas for how he be carrying himself, and for being an apologist for anti-black racism. And somebody reported that video, and because I called Tony Atlas a nice amount of names in that video. Somebody reported the video, and I guess YouTube determined that it went against community guidelines, and that it was considered bullying the way I was talking about Tony Atlas. Because I was getting down on Tony Atlas for basically being an apologist consistently for anti-black racism all the time, right? Somebody reported the video, and then YouTube was like, "Oh, this is against community guidelines," so they hit me with a strike. And like I said, when you get hit with a strike, I didn't even know this. You get hit with a strike, you can't post videos for an entire week. You can't go live streaming. You can't post videos. You can't post pictures. You can't post nothing in your community section. You can't put nothing in the post section or your channel. You can't do none of that. You feel me? So I was in a bad situation because I already had missed I didn't make content for 4 days, and I was getting ready to make content all day, like all that day. And yeah, I got hit with a strike. Juice, I'm with you. I think Tony probably saw my video. Tony or one of his cousins or somebody in his family showed him the video, and he like, "Are we gonna get this reported?" He reported my video, and it got taken down. I do believe that. I do believe Tony or one of his people saw my video. Yeah. Um, Mac, I just listened to Jada Kiss for the first time I visit through old school hip hop. Oh, that's love, man. Album was Kiss of Death. It was amazing. Like the production and wordplay, especially the real. Yeah, man. Kiss is one of my favorite rappers, man. Like I said, I'm 32 years old, but sometimes I feel older than that because I grew up around my uncles and my older brother and my older cousins, and they was listening to Jada Kiss a lot. So as a kid, I just got enamored with Jada Kiss because they would listen to him all the time, and so he became one of my favorites to listen to. Kiss doesn't always have the most mainstream appeal, even though he's had a lot of mainstream songs. But the delivery, the way he delivers lines, the things that he says, I ain't never been a street dude in my life, but I don't know the way he says certain things, his wordplay, lyricism, I cling to it. Uh, uh, Say yeah, the red line just down the street from where that happened too. That area can get hot at times. Yeah, facts. So you're a young man with an old soul. Yeah, that's the truth, man. And it just come from me having an older father, and then being around my older cousins and my uncles and them. And truthfully, man, I used to hang around a lot of older people. Older gentlemen used to take a liking to me as far as like my personality. So they used to, have me rolling with them a lot. I'd be under their wing a lot because older gentlemen used to like talking to me for whatever reason. And so a lot of the mannerisms that they have rubbed off on me. A lot of my father's mannerisms rubbed off on me, my uncle and my cousins and my older brother. So yeah. And with that being said, so I like a lot of the hip hop that they was listening to. So yeah, shout out to you and your discovery of Jadakiss, man. Um, so I'm 19. My mom and dad play a lot of old school rap. So listening to it felt oddly enough nostalgic. My favorite tracks were real hip hop. Still feel me? Why? Yes, yes, man. Listen to By Your Side, Jadakiss, By Your Side. We gonna make it. I always rap We Gonna Make It on here all the time. Um, that's kind of like a morning inspiration for me when I'm getting up in the morning. Well, really, I work a night shift now. So, but previously when I was working in the morning time, that was like something to kind of wake me up and get me motivated, get my spirit moving in the right direction when I'm trying to start the work day. But shout out to you, man. You 19 years old, man. I always love the youth, man. I always love the youth. I remember when I was 19, and that wasn't too far along. It wasn't too long ago, but I remember being 19 and having that zeal for life. So maintain that, young brother, man. Maintain that zeal for life. Uh, it's a lot of life for you to live and enjoy. A lot of experiences for you to have. So there's always a good just to keep that vigor for life. That matters, man. That matters. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, man. I wish a lot of things that I know now. I wish I would have known at 19. Like for example, if I would have known what I know now, I would have had a YouTube channel all throughout my undergrad years in college. I would have recorded, man, step shows, and I would have recorded me in the radio station doing my radio show. I would have recorded homecoming events. I would have been doing a lot of vlogging. Man, I would have been doing a lot of different things, man. I would have taken advantage of the camera equipment that I had access to on an everyday basis, you know. But we live and we learn and we grow from that, man. Seal, I don't care what's going on with this season. It was heated up. This feels different than previous season. Facts. Look, now I got on here. The video supposed to be about the shy, but Seal, I have been gone. I got a strike on my channel, so I've been talking about everything else but the show. Yeah, this season feels a lot more darker than previous seasons. Now, last season had a dark tone too. It did. Last season had a dark tone too. Of the shy, but the shy is a lot going on, man. Um, I don't know, a lot of y'all may not even watch the shy, but man, something crazy just happened on the show. They just Emmett, one of the main characters, he just got popped on the show, and I just couldn't. I was sitting in disbelief, like never, man, never. But Lena Waithe she got this show everybody in chokehold. Said, man, y'all just reminded me to watch the shy again myself. Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie, that's my show, man. That is my show. I watch that consistently. They on season 7 right now. Season 7, episode 8 just wrapped up. And the way it ended, man, it tugged at the heartstrings. You feel me? What happened? What I think happened bet not have happened. What I think happened on that show bet not have happened. Uh, you said I've seen an episode or two of the shot. I'll check it out even more now. Yeah, man, that's my show, man. It's a lot of different representations of a lot of different people in it. Like Chicago filled with a lot of different characters in itself. So you got a lot of different people. You got a lot of people from Chicago on there. You got some people that's not from Chicago, that's from close by, people from Indiana that's playing some of these characters. Uh, what's my man name? Um, what's my boy that play Emmett? His name is Jacob Lattimore. Jacob Lattimore from Milwaukee. That ain't far from Chicago at all. I got a crush on Tip though. He said you like that red bomb. Hey, funny, my uncle used to work with her at the bank. My uncle used to work with the girl that played Tiff at the bank, man. Yeah, Chicago is a world-class metropolis. Facts. Facts, man. That is a fact. So yeah, man, Shy, it's a lot going on, man. I'm gonna make so this season will remind you of the first 2 seasons. It picks up after the first 2 episodes. Trust me, entertaining. Yeah. Your first 2 seasons of the Shy was so crazy. It was so much stuff going on. I remember I went back and watched it just cause like I ain't gonna lie, that's my show, man. A lot of times it's my little comfort show. I went back and watched it. It was so much going on. Them first 2 seasons, it was like, yo, this ain't happening. This ain't never happening. Ain't no way. So it's giving that feel again this season. Last season too. You know what I'm saying? But this season, it's just a lot happening, but in a good way though. Yeah, yeah, man. She done leveled all the way up, man. She getting them good checks now. She was at the bank, and now she making bank doing the show. Did you ever watch? I never really watched Snowfall. I watched it passingly, Dwayne, but I've always heard great things about Snowfall. Damn some Idris, but I never watched it like I watched it in passing. I would say like somebody else was watching it, and I'll watch it a little bit with them, but I never went to check it out on my own personal time. So yeah, you have a crush on Regina Hall? Absolutely. I love Regina Hall. Regina Hall is my boo. Regina Hall is my boo. I love Regina. I had a crush on Regina Hall since I saw her on Scary Movie. I wanted her since then. Said Snowfall is legendary status. Facts. I've heard that. Shout out to John Singleton, man. John Singleton initially created that show, and hey man, the show kept going on and kept rolling even after his untimely death, his untimely passing. So yeah, I gotta check Snowfall out, man. Like I said, I know damn some Idris did a great job in that movie. Y'all seen F1? Speaking of damn some Idris, have y'all seen the movie F1? Who's that? Brad Pitt and damn some Idris in there. Have y'all seen that movie? I gotta check it out, man. It's at not yet. Yeah. Oh, Lauren London been cold. I remember I first seen Lauren London on she was in a front video for real, front video. And front came out in like '02. Her and the dark skinned girl, Lanisha Cole. From and Nick Cannon had a baby with Lanisha Cole from that video. Yeah, they trying to get Kale's pardoned by Trump. His lawyer said they trying to get him off. They trying to off him in there. I seen that. I seen that. That's he gonna try to pull it. I know he gonna try to pull that the Trump card to get up out of there. Reg from the Shy Cash. Oh, Jabari. I hate to bust your bubble. He know he back, right? Reg is back on the show. Reg is back on the show now. That's how her dimples make me. Oh yeah, yeah. Lauren London called with them dimples. He said that's his boo. But Red's back now, bro. Reg is back on the shot, which is it was a crazy twist. Cause ain't nobody think he was coming back. He back. They brought him back. We thought he died, but he popped. He came back. He back on there, and he back on there wreaking havoc for real. So okay, you got me excited as heck to watch now. Yeah, Reg back on the show, man. Yeah, man. Calvin Booker say full year off periods of power is too much. Yeah, man. It is, man. Like, listen, we ain't seen a power episode in a year now. Has it been a year? Yeah, it's been like about a year, almost a year. So yeah, he said, what episode we on now? So we on season 8, episode. Excuse me, season 7, episode 8. I just finished watching episode 8 in season 7. So y'all gotta watch it, man. Catch up on the show if you can, man. It's a lot going on. This season has been really good. It's a lot going on. Like I said, Reg is back on the show. Reg is wreaking havoc on the show. Um, we see him dudes like Nook. It's a whole lot of man. It's a lot going on. I just watched that last episode and I immediately ran to YouTube to talk about the show because I was just in awe of what I just watched. Now I didn't know who would be on live stream. I know it's late, right? So I didn't think I would catch everybody or catch, most people. But I'm like, let me see if I can catch somebody on a live stream and talk about the episode. Juice say episode 8. Okay. I watched every other season. I'm binge watching this weekend for sure. Watch it, bro. Watch it and tell me what you think. Um, yeah, but yeah, man, full off year, like an off year period of power is crazy. I'm waiting to see Force again because I feel like Tariq he gonna pop up on Force. I think he gonna pop up on Power Book 4 Force. After the first couple episodes, it picks up immediately. Trust me, entertaining feels a little old. Entertaining feels like the old. Entertaining feels like the old. Yes, it does feel like the old seasons of the Shy this season for sure. I actually saw Reds downtown at the Bears opening day game against the Packers a few years back. For real, shout out, man. You say you went into that Bears. I said pears. I sound like Rick Ross. I've been eating pears, pears. You saw him at the Bears and Packers game, man. That's a real rivalry game. Lorenz take care of on power. Rashad Tate. Yeah, Lorenz know how to play a shiesty brother. He knows how to play a shiesty brother to the T. Rap God Reloaded. And what you say Mark Lamont Hill said about Kobe, Rap God? Let me see what you say. Uh Said Lakers got 37 games to get what they can out of lazy, inconsistent, injury prone Aiden. Yeah, they had to find somebody. They had to get a big somewhere. So they had to pick up DeAndre Ayton. They had to get a big somewhere, I guess. Red's character will be locked up soon. Facts. Um, I definitely think if Nook don't give him up, somebody else they're gonna figure out a way for him to get locked up by the end of this season or next season, maybe. I think he got a little bit more havoc to cause in next season. He's in for one. Mark Lamont Hill said Pau Gasol top 10 power forward of all time. Top 10 power forward? I gotta make a list of power forwards. Top 10 power forward of all time. Yeah, I'll take Valanciunas for sure. Vucevic, mm, seeing him with my Chicago Bulls, he get you some rebounds. Vucevic ain't playing no defense though, none. He gets you some rebounds. He'll hit the open three for you. Hit the 3-point shot, stretch the floor. Vucevic. Uh, I mean, I can see that helping, but they kind of do need a low presence, a low, uh, uh a low post presence. They need somebody rim protecting. And Vucevic ain't gonna rim protect. He gonna get some rebounds though. He get you some rebounds, stretch the floor with his shooting, but he ain't rim protecting though. Yeah, who was the detective son? Who is that's gonna be? I'm like, who is her son? I'm wondering who that is because I don't know who is Detective Tucson's son. Because they need to. I was sitting there and wondering, asking myself, who is her son? I heard the Bulls traded Alonzo Ball. Oh man, let me tell you something, Juice. I don't know what the Bulls doing. We traded all of them and didn't get nothing for real in return for them. Now Josh Giddey playing well. Josh Giddey plays well for the Bulls. But I mean, I don't know what the Bulls doing. I don't know what direction they going in at all. I made a video some months back, and I was like, I don't know what is happening with the Chicago Bulls. They don't got no plan in place. They just doing anything, anything. We said Pau Gasol top 10 power forward of all time. I don't know. I gotta look it up. He might be right, Rap God. He might be. Hold on. Yeah, like that, bro. Being no draft capital, nothing. Her son was in season 2. The mob beat him up in prison when they found out he was her son. I gotta go back to season 2, man. Brandon, and shout out to you, Brandon, for bringing it up. I gotta go back. Yeah, and Paul Gasol was Pal. Black people be saying Paul. Paul Gasol was a great player. He was. He had about 18,000 points. Um, over 10,000 rebounds. He said top 10. No. If I had Powell top 10, I would say he would be about 10. But I'm trying to think on top of my head. Damn. I'm gonna have to make a list of like the top ten power forwards of all time. That's gonna be. I don't think nobody ever made a list like that. That's gonna be an interesting list. Yeah, I seen Brandy and Monica going on tour, man. They finna get that money. They finna get that money together. You say at this point, I see Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky winning before the Bulls and get facts. Definitely. I don't know what the hell the Bulls are doing. Nope, nobody does. Nobody know what the Bulls got playing at all. So that Brandy's still fine and Monica too. Yeah, for facts. Hey man, you know what they was playing at the job? Remember Nova came? Um, what's the boy named Frank Ocean? Remember Nova Kane first came out? I think I saw this something. I got what I wanted. Then I can't feel nothing. Superhuman. Even when I'm effing Viagra, popping every single record, auto tune in. Yeah, I'm off today, Tyshawn. Hey, shout out my man. You know my schedule, my boy. Because you know I used to be at work till 7 in the morning. They gave us the day off, you know, for the fourth. For the fourth. You talking about only Marcus Pfizer. Marcus Pfizer. That is a name to remember. Marcus Pfizer. Angel Reese said she ain't been to Portillo's or Uncle Remus yet. Angel Reese said she ain't been out west like that unless she going to the Bulls game to get that Uncle Remus. And she ain't been to Portillo's. She got to go to Portillo's, man. Oh, Brandon, you know it's coming. You know I got to talk about the LeBron James rage. We getting all of that, Brandon. You know, I've been on strike. I had a strike on my YouTube channel, so I couldn't post for a whole week. Couldn't make no videos, live stream, couldn't do nothing. But you know, I'm coming back with a vengeance now. With a vengeance. And we gonna talk about everything. And y'all, please follow my second channel, man. Go into the post section of this YouTube channel, and you'll see a link to my second channel. Please subscribe to that second channel for sure. You know I'm out, man, Brandon. What? I've been waiting to talk about this. Waiting. They didn't have me in purgatory for a week. Had me on Gilligan's Island. Had me out here looking like my boy in Castaway. Tom Hanks. You feel me? Had me out here bad. Emmett got shot, bro. This past episode on the shot, Emmett got shot. Hurt my heart, bro. I got up, walked away from the couch in disbelief, walked up in the kitchen, shaking my head. Damn, can't believe this didn't happen. Had to give me a cold, some water, to calm my nerves. For real, Emmy got shot at this last episode of The Shadow, bro. T Mac is whack nowadays. What man calls himself Tracy. Now don't do that now, Rap Guy Reloaded. Cause y'all swore by Tracy McGrady. All the Kobe fans swore by Tracy McGrady until he said that if you put him over there with Shaq, he'll win a championship too. Don't do that now. Cause y'all love Mac at first until that happened. And I don't think Tracy McGrady is jealous of Kobe Bryant at all. At all. I think Tracy is realizing that he underachieved in his career, despite him being a all-time great scorer. He underachieved in his career, And so I think he brought up the point, like, but to be fair, he's always said he didn't have the certain teams that other folks had, but he had a team to get out the first round, though. That's my point. Matt couldn't get out the first round. He had a team to get out the first round. You know what I'm saying? So that's my issue. Um, yeah, you didn't play with Shaq, but you had some healthy years. You played with Yao, and y'all still ain't got to get out the first round. But I don't think Tracy McGrady is jealous of Kobe. I think he got a lot of love for Kobe, a lot of love. You know, I just think that he realized he underachieved in his career, and I think he like, damn. And so he pulled that out as a way to explain why he didn't get a championship or why he didn't get to the finals. Well, you know, if I played with Shaq, because the conversation happened after LeBron James started talking about ring culture on his show Mind the Game. He started talking about ring culture, the conversations around ring culture kind of being toxic because it leads to the downplaying of certain great players if they haven't won a championship. And then that conversation spilled over into ESPN First Take, where Stephen A. Smith was up there talking to Tracy McGrady, and he was talking to Gilbert Arenas about it. And Tracy, of course, he never won a championship. He never even made it out the first round in either conference. So I think he kind of was like, well, look at me, right? I wasn't in the best situation to get a ring, right? And then he compared this situation to Kobe and say, well, if I played with Shaq, I think I won a ring in Los Angeles. You feel me? So yeah, but I don't think it was a shot at Kobe at all. Like, oh, Kobe only won because I don't think he was saying Kobe only won because he was with Shaq. I think he was saying if I played with somebody as dominant as that, if I had a dominant backup like that, then maybe my career trajectory would have been a little different. Right? Now, with that being said, Kobe and Mac not in the same stratosphere as basketball players. Tracy was one of my favorite players growing up, but I told y'all I had several realizations about his game as I matured as a man, and I understood the game of basketball. I understood there were certain holes in Tracy's game. You feel me? As great as he was at scoring, um, that was where it stopped with him for real, for the most part. He could do almost everything offensively, but he could not elevate his team. And I'm not talking about to a champ. I'm not even talking about to the NBA finals, y'all. I'm not even talking about elevating them to winning the championship. He couldn't elevate them out the first round. And to me, that says a lot about your game when you can't do that. In situations where you had Yao Ming and y'all was healthy and you still couldn't do it. So to me, it showed that it was something missing with his game. When you think about it, I ask people all the time, what is Tracy McGrady's greatest playoff moment? They can't name it because he lost every time he's in the first round. He lost in the first round every year. The greatest moment people are going to bring up from Tracy McGrady is him scoring 13 points in 33 seconds, which is a great scoring accomplishment in a regular season game. Was he a great player? Yes. Um, is he deserving of? Let me stop. Is he a great player? Yes. Does he deserve the praise he gets for being a great offensive talent? Yes. He's 7-time All-Star. He had a season where he averaged 32 points a game, which is not easy to do in the NBA, and he did it, especially early on in his career when he was like you know, when he was playing in 2002 and 2003, averaging 32 points a game. That was tough to do at that point. So yes, but Mac underachieved a lot. So I think he brought up if he played with Shaq as a way to say, if I had a certain amount of talent around me, then I would have won. But again, Max, he still didn't get out the first round with Yao Ming. So something was missing in Max's game. And I realized that as I got older, as you mature as a basketball fan. Only LeBron and his fans downplay rings. Nah, I disagree. Kobe fans do the same thing. They do the same thing because they only bring up rings to say why Kobe is better than LeBron. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got more rings than Kobe do, and they still talking about Kobe better than Kareem, and he ain't more accomplished than Kareem by no metric, none, none. Kareem got more league MVPs than Kobe, more finals MVPs than Kobe, more championships than Kobe, and more career points than Kobe. And people still like, they still will put, y'all still put Kobe above Kareem, and he got more rings than him, bro. Yes, and I think that was the point though of what LeBron was saying. Juice, I respect Mac and his game and his talent, right? Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley now, especially like Barkley now, man, they was getting they was leading teams, into deep playoff runs, and just they ran into Mike, or Allen Iverson ran into Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. You feel me? So, and I think that's what Braun was saying. Like, even though some guys don't have rings, they were special talents. Like Allen Iverson was a special talent. But people give Allen Iverson his credit. I think people like Charles Barkley are the ones that get slighted. Especially when you got Shaq always cracking jokes on him saying, "You ain't never won nothing, so don't talk." You can't talk about this conversation. Charles Barkley was a 6'4" power forward. Um, you feel me? Charles Barkley the one that get slighted a lot. Allen Iverson never gets slighted, even though he didn't win rings. AI don't get slighted, but Charles Barkley do get looked at in a different light, and I think it comes from Shaq clowning on him. But again, Barkley played the power forward position at 6'4", which is man, what um if you ain't playing to win rings, what you playing for? Well, I mean, yeah, I think everybody play to win rings, but unfortunately, um, everybody can't win. Winning a championship is hard, man. You feel me? It's hard business to get done. It's a hard thing to do. And I think sometimes people make it seem like it was really easy. Even LeBron James thought it was easy to win. When he went to Miami and said not 7, not 8, you know what I'm saying? Not 6, not 7, not 8. He thought it was easy to win. You feel me? Even when you got certain talent around you, y'all got to be clicking, man. Y'all got to be clicking. Conversation needs to be had about Tim Duncan and Spurs dynasty, 20 years of making facts. Uh, 20 years of making the playoffs. Duncan got 5 championships. When the team got 5 championships in general. Yeah, that's phenomenal. And they won. The Spurs won at every point of Tim Duncan's career. They won when Duncan was young and he was one of the best players in the league, probably the best player in the league when they won. And he was the league MVP, 2-time league MVP. They won in his youth. They won in his prime. They won after his prime. They won in 2013, 2014. They won in 2014. He was out of his prime at that point, considerably out of his prime, and they still won. And so I marvel at people like Tim Duncan. You feel me? To be able to win at different points and then when you win it again, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. I give credit to Greg Popovich, man. The way he was able to, him and RC Buford was able to put that team together. You had a young Kawhi Leonard, you had Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. You had a lot of great role players, man. Was Gary Neal on that team? Was his name Gary Neal? Yeah, a lot of great role players on the team, and they all knew how to play their role. Danny Green, they knew how to play their role, man. Say Karl Malone and John Stockton, you think is the most disrespected combo in league history? Yeah, I do. I do. John Stockton is an all-time great point guard. Defensively, uh, as far as like playing a position, getting your teammates involved, league leader in assists, and steals too, I think. which is crazy. He played game. He always was playing, always healthy, always, on the floor and available for the team. Um, I think Karl Malone might have won an MVP at like 36 years old or something crazy like that. He was the second all-time leading scorer for the longest of time until LeBron James knocked him out and then, became number one scorer over Kareem. But yeah, second time, he was the second all-time leading scorer for the longest of time. An Iron Man, always was um always was healthy, always was a force for the longest of time. So I do believe that duo gets disrespected a lot because they could not beat Michael Jordan. And unfortunately, man, when you can't climb to the mountaintop in certain sports or you're playing against a dynamo, you get overlooked. Right? They was going against Michael Jordan. And so they gonna get overlooked. It's kind of like um I think about like Evander Holyfield, right? And Evander Holyfield beat Mike Tyson twice, but he was fighting in the Mike Tyson era. Mike Tyson was the more galvanizing person. He was a more um Mike Tyson had the streets. You feel me? Mike Tyson was the more uh people were more enamored with him. He was the more entertaining in a lot of ways for people. So unfortunately, even though he beat Mike Tyson twice, Evander Holyfield still don't get looked at in the same light as Mike Tyson. You feel me? Because Mike Tyson just eclipsed him as far as like popularity, as far as like in popular culture and sports culture. Mike, and not even just sports culture, hip hop culture. Mike Tyson was everything, and so because of that, Evander Holyfield just gets eclipsed, even though he beat Mike Tyson twice. Now in Karl Malone and in John Stockton's case, they didn't beat Michael Jordan ever, but they lost to Mike, and Mike was everything. So Michael Jordan eclipsed them, even though they had great battles, and Mike, John Stockton, and Karl Malone were great players. Mike just eclipsed them completely with his popularity and how alluring he was. You feel me? How Mike made basketball. He made the NBA a global phenomenon. So yeah, uh, Juice said if I can have the skills of any big man ever, I want the skill of Hakeem Olajuwon. That is a fact. Footwork, all of that. Shot blocking ability. Hakeem Olajuwon was the man. Shot blocking, rebounding, scoring, footwork, everything. Seriously, I agree with you on that. If I want the skill of any big man, it is Hakeem Olajuwon, hands down. Hakeem was phenomenal, phenomenal. A lot of people got Hakeem as the second best center all time, only behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They got Hakeem second. Now some might say Bill Russell too, or Will, but Hakeem was out here getting busy. He was getting to it. Back-to-back champion, you know. Hakeem was the dude. Use that dream shake. I'm gonna use that dream shake to get loose on the big dudes in the post. That skill, having the skill of Hakeem Olajuwon is excellent. Emmett was putting in that work. Yeah, man. Emmett got the beating. He got the whooping on Reg. And at first I said, hey man, he whoop on Reg like this. I said it's not gonna end well. I said he probably could whoop on Reg. I was thinking he was gonna whoop on Reg in the episode. Emmett was gonna lead and Reg was gonna start hunting for Emmett on a regular basis, right? I thought that was gonna happen. I didn't account for Emmett get popped in the middle of him beating on Reg, putting the beats on Reg, because he was beating Reg like he stole something. You feel me? You remember when on the wire when Michael got the whooping on Kennard like that? Michael got the whooping on Kennard like he should have been. And that's how Emmett was whooping on Reg. Reg's mouth bloody like a mop. NBA Jam, the greatest NBA game of all time. Uh, I would disagree. I used to play NBA Hang Time a lot, but so I used to love NBA Live '04. Um, NBA 2K. I remember when 2K5 first came out. Ben Wallace on the cover. I liked that one. Liked all of that. I think Kenny Jet Smith said if his Rockets met the Bulls in the finals, he believed they would have beat them because the Bulls had nobody to stop the King. Yeah, Kenny always said that, and that's true. The Bulls didn't have anybody to stop a King, but also the Rockets didn't have nobody to stop Michael Jordan either. So I don't know. It might have evened out. When it came down, who would make the final shot? You know what I'm saying? Then Scottie Pippen was a hellacious defender. Could bring the ball up the court, could hit the open shot, could facilitate, could slash to the basket. That was another weapon for the Bulls. Remember college 2K with Josh Childress. Shout out Josh Childress, man. Josh Childress got some paper from the Atlanta Hawks. Then he went overseas and got their bread too. For sure. Yeah, NBA Hang Time. I had that on Nintendo 64. I used to play that with my brother. God rest my brother's soul, man. Me and my big brother used to play NBA Hang Time. Me, my big brother, and my older cousin. I don't know if y'all, I told y'all I had a cousin that went to play at West Virginia. My cousin played basketball at West Virginia for his freshman year. Um, and we all used to play that together, hang time a lot, even though they was way older than me, but hang time was fun. Uh, Rez did say, get the F off me. I used to play on hang time. I used to play with the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan wasn't on there either. Michael Jordan wasn't on hang time because Mike wouldn't let nobody use his image and license and likeness, I think, at that time. But Scotty was on there, Horace Grant. No, Dennis Rodman. I think Horace Grant. Yeah. Well, Horace Grant might have been on Orlando at that time. Yeah. Because I used to play with the Orlando Magic on that too. Meet Penny Hardaway. It'd be Penny Hardaway and Bo Outlaw. Yeah, I had a man on. I had every game on Nintendo 64. Not every, but all the games that mattered, I had for the most part. GoldenEye, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Killer Instinct. You feel me? Um, what other game? Ready to Rumble. Uh, yeah, I had all the games. Most of the games that everybody was playing, for the most part, I had them. He said, if Diddy get out of jail, he coming from Hove neck. Ooh, Hove is a calculated brother. He gonna have to do that with precision. Cause Jay is not a brother that's gonna let you get him out of there. You're gonna have to earn getting him out of there. What's the best sports game ever, in my opinion? Uh, what's the best sport game ever, in my opinion? That is a great question. I'm gonna say something that's controversial, I guess. NBA Streets Volume 2, probably one of the best games I ever played in my life. While that was a game on the blacktop, they were doing moves that you would not be able to do in an NBA game. But that NBA Street Volume 2 was just so fun. It was so fun, bro. Like, I wish they would remaster that game and bring it out on PlayStation. Cause that game, I would have stayed playing all day. I had WWF No Mercy on Nintendo 64. My grandmama bought me that game for Christmas. My grandma, my granddaddy. When I'm talking about me and my cousins used to play that game all day long. At the time, and my cousin, was in high school at DuSable, right? And I was living on 48th in Indiana. My cousin was living in the Robert Taylor Projects, which is right around the corner from, not too far from the projects at all. My cousin would go to football practice, and sometimes if he ain't had no practice after school, he would come by my house, and me and him would play WWF No Mercy together. We would play No Mercy. We would play NBA Streets together. We would play NBA Live together. We would be playing all them days. We would be playing all these games together. So, yep. NBA Jam, Madden. I remember I had Madden '07 with Sean Alexander on the cover. I had Madden '04 with Michael Vick on the cover. Right? Yeah, man, we had a lot of games, man. It was a lot of game playing with your boy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We used to get active on them ones. Then I remember I had like I said, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was that was a great experience too, playing that game. I remember like being up all night playing that. Uh then when I got the PlayStation 1, that's when I was playing Resident Evil 2 and stuff. One of my favorite video games to play was Metal Gear. I never played Metal Gear Solid ever, but always my cousin used to have that game though. Man, with Mike Vick on the cover. I tried to run for 20 yards a game with Vic. Yeah, the '04, Vic was on the cover. I started my YouTube page. I got some story times on that back. I'm a subscribe to the channel, Ron's. Hey, right? Um, your YouTube is through this channel right here, right? If so, remind me to subscribe to your channel. Go to my post and tell me to subscribe so I can go back and go do it. After I get off this live stream, I can subscribe to your channel. Zelda, bro. Zelda. I was playing Zelda. Like I said, Super Smash Brothers. I had Super Mario 64. I had Mario Kart. Um, I had a Bug's Life on Nintendo 64. A Bug's Life game. Grand Theft Auto turned into some real life ish. Yeah, man. I remember the first time I ever seen Grand Theft Auto was Grand Theft Auto 3. My uncle Corey had Grand Theft Auto. This like 2001. They were staying on 68th and Champlain. Shout out to everybody else that live on Champlain. They was like on 68, yeah, like 68th and Champlain. A Bug's Life, bro. Had that game. Getting it cracking with Flick. Flick. Donkey Kong 64. I didn't have Donkey Kong, but my cousin had it. And I would go to his house and be playing Donkey. Oh, I had Diddy Kong Racing though. Diddy Kong Racing was fire. Diddy Kong Racing was fire, boy. Sean Franklin, what's the word? What's the word, my guy? Super Smash Brothers, we getting it in. But I had Captain Falcon with that Falcon punch, knocking folks out like Deontay Wilder. And Kirby. Kirby was my favorite character to play with on that old. Kirby was dope. Kirby was dope. I was getting active with Kirby. Getting active on there with Kirby. Have you played Batman Arkham? Yeah. What's the one that had Arkham Knight? I think I had Arkham Knight. I think I had that one. That's the one I had. Arkham Knight. But it was some little ugly little black bat creature that would fly out the sky on that Batman Arkham Knight game and just try to attack you at certain times. Toy Story had a video game too. I think I ain't never played it though. Man Bat, yes, Calvin. Man Bat, Ganondorf. Shout out Ganondorf. See, I don't know who Ganondorf was from. I know who Ganondorf was from Zelda, from the Zelda video games. On Ocarina of Time, bro, when you fight Ganondorf at the end of the game, it felt so climatic. Like I'm about to get him up out of here. About to get him. Princess Zelda don't wear it for to get busy on this dope. Cartoon movies is hitting back then. Facts. Hey, they got a Wakanda cartoon, like a Black Panther cartoon. My favorite Spider-Man actor, Tobey Maguire. Toby, not Kuta Kente. Toby. Let me stop playing. Tom Holland dope too though, for sure. But I remember when Spider-Man first came out, like the actual live action Spider-Man movie. What? He was going crazy. You checking out that new Jurassic Park movie? You know what? The previews look pretty dope. I might have to check it out. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to check it out, man. I remember when I used to go to Disney. Disney used to have his this what you call it thing. This was it dinosaur? It was like a Jurassic Park or dinosaur ride. Remember the movie Dinosaur with Aladar now? Do y'all remember the movie Dinosaur? I think it's called. So I seen the first 3 episodes of Ironheart, and the show got better and better as I watched it. I ain't seen the last 3 though. The show was getting better. By the episode 3, I was all in. Like for real. Like it was getting better and better with every episode for sure. And I like certain nuances of the show. Um uh Song choices for certain things, all of that. So I gotta finish watching the last 3 episodes. But the first 3 episodes I enjoyed a lot. Favorite Spider-Man villain. Electro, Jamie Foxx. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the Green Goblin for me personally. Personally, did you see that blog of Tisa Tells? Ain't the trial? They was low key trying to fight her. Who was that? Oh yeah, bro. You know I'm gonna listen to the clips, bro. I was listening to they got a song called Virginia, and when Malice said that, he said that line. Plus what I look, plus what I look like spending my nights in jail. I could never be a thug. They don't dress this well. That's my line. What? I reside in VA. He say, most likely when I die, I'm gonna die in VA. He say, ironic, the same place I'm making figures at, right here's the same land they used to hang N-words at. Oh, Venom. Yeah, for sure, Venom. Hey, the clip's such a fire. That group is so fire. Hell has no fury to the casket drop. Man, what? She be lying about Jay-Z and Diddy. She kind of like Jaguar, right? Jaguar be like, you from Virginia? Oh, shout out, Brandon. Hey man, I know y'all love that Virginia song. That song so hard. You feel it better than Trey songs like I'm from the home. Let them know. Let them know. Trey Songz singing for his life on there. Used to watch my daddy while he cut that cane. Oh, shout out Trick or Trey, because Trey was at one point Trey had R&B on lock. Mr. Me Too fire, man. Mr. Me Too fire. This is haters be doing deals like the majors. Ice cream sneakers. I signed my first skater. But I forget what he said. Do like Snoop say, step your game up. Double decker boat in Mediterranean. Cause just last week I was out in Aspen. Me and Puff, we said me and Puff hopping on a plane, both of us laughing. The week before that, I was out in Italy. Italian heartthrobs could not get rid of me. I'm in Donatella crib, me and like 10 hoes. Call from the cell phone. Give me that Enzo. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Okay, everybody meet Mr. Me Too. Been 2 years like I was paddy wagon cruising, streets was yours, the dust capping and kazooing. I was just assuming y'all keep the coke moving, but I got one question: the y'all been doing? What? I was third, then it took a volley for the full. What he say? I forget what he say when I waved the kitty purrs. On my money, I forget. Had that money right or end up in the trunk taped up. That's my joint. As long as for real producing, yes. Yes. For real and Eclipse go together like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, Trey had a great run though. For real. He did. Mm, 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 mm. But all right, y'all, man. I'm finna get off this thing, man. Try to chill out for a little minute, lay down and relax, close my eyes, rest my eyes for a little bit, like the older folks say. I'm glad I'm back. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We're gonna get this content pushed out this weekend and this week. We're gonna have a good time. I'm glad to be back on here talking to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.